It's almost time for the Charleston Jazz Festival, and here to share more is Robert Lewis, professor, musician, band leader, and director of the Charleston Jazz Orchestra. Robert, thank you so much for being here with us today. Like I just said, you've worn many hats. You're very involved in this festival. What excites you most about the Charleston Jazz Festival 2025?
I think the thing for me is the Charleston Jazz Orchestra concert on Saturday with the special guest Paquito D'Rivera. If you're not familiar with that name, he is in Latin jazz music at the equivalent of Miles Davis or John Coltrane, and I kind of can't believe that I get to play with him.
How lucky are we to have him here in Charleston?
I never thought something like this would happen. I'm extremely excited.
Happening. How exciting. So in addition to that wonderful concert, what else is going to be featured this year? Give us the rundown.
The rundown on Monday, the Gilliard is doing an opera, a jazz opera written by Terence Blanchard. And then on Tuesday, I am heavily involved with the Faculty Jazz, College of Charleston Faculty Jazz Ensemble concert. And on Wednesday, there's a small event at the Establishment, a dinner and jazz thing. And on Thursday, it's local jazz groups at the American Theater. And on Friday, it's Jazz Mia Horn at the Charleston Music Hall. Saturday, of course, is the Charleston Jazz Orchestra with Paquito at the Music Hall. And on Sunday, we have Donald Harrison's group at the Circular Church.
Wow.
So it's
something for everyone, and there's many opportunities to go in and experience the wonderful jazz music. And you know, Charleston has quite a heavy jazz influence. I think many people don't realize. You can trace a lot of rhythm and sounds back to Charleston, but also Charleston is notorious for educating musicians and then sending them out.
Absolutely.
You run the College of Charleston Jazz program, correct?
I do. I'm the director.
Okay, so talk to us a little about that.
Yeah, it's a relatively small program. We have about 10 jazz performance majors, as of course part of the larger music department, and they are all working really hard. The top students every year are already always playing professionally in town. Charleston is a great music town, so they have a lot of opportunities for that, and so it's really fun. And actually, a lot of my current colleagues are my former students, so that really works out nice.
Yeah, and so the faculty ensemble concert, you'll be playing saxophones for that. So give us a little more detail on that, because that seems like a really, really cool
Sure,
event.
the jazz faculty at the college are all world-class musicians, and we don't always get a chance to play together.
I can imagine.
You know, between travel and people playing different gigs with different people, so to get together as this particular ensemble is actually quite rare. And we're also pretty excited because the Simmons Center Recital Hall has been out of commission for the last 5 years, and so it's opened up again. We're able to actually do these concerts. We haven't really been able to put on concerts like this since 2019, basically. So all of that adds up to something pretty nice.
Yeah, absolutely, Robert. And I want to ask a little bit about your perspective. So correct me if I'm wrong, but you grew up in an area where you really had to search out for good music, right?
Yeah, I wasn't even aware that there was good music to search out.
Really?
I mean, yeah, it was like a tech town kind of place.
Where did you grow up?
It's a place called Kennewick, Washington. Okay. It's near the Hanford nuclear site.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those kind of places.
Yeah, so I think from your perspective, you would have loved to have something like the Charleston Jazz Festival where you were growing up. So.
Oh yeah, I mean I saw one jazz concert in before college. Yeah.
Wow. So obviously that's something that I feel like it's easy to take for granted when it's just always here. But what do you hope that whether it's your students or people just going to listen to this world-class sounds, what do you hope that they take away from this festival?
Well, anytime you can experience world-class art in any form, I think it's life-affirming. And the fact that Charleston is this vibrant arts town is actually amazing, and I feel very lucky to have landed here for all these years.
Absolutely. So. Very well said, Robert. The Charleston Jazz Festival, April 21st, it kicks off, 21st through the 29th. CharlestonJazz.com is where you can go for all the information, the tickets, the details, all that wonderful stuff. Robert, great speaking with you today. Thank you for being here.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
We're back after this.